All right, let's jump right in. Today, we are unpacking one of the most absolutely fascinating story arcs we've ever seen. We're talking about the emotionally explosive climax of The Ocean Learns to Feel. Now, if you're someone who loves narratives that really push the boundaries of what it means to be human, the kind of stories that force us to look right at our deepest vulnerabilities, you are in for a treat. We're going to break down that pivotal, mind-bending confrontation between our protagonist, Ren, and this impossibly vast, ancient, sentient ocean. So let's get into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. The ocean poses a question that really stops you in your tracks. Why do humans need pain when they could feel nothing at all? And, this isn't just some casual hypothetical thought experiment. It is literally the core philosophical dilemma driving this entire explainer. This massive entity fundamentally cannot wrap its head around why humanity clings so desperately to its own suffering. I mean, it's offering us a utopian vision, right? A life completely without grief. But as we'll see, that offer comes with an absolutely terrifying catch.
Which brings us to Section 1, the illusion of a painless world.
So, to convince Ren to just surrender to its logic, the ocean does something incredibly manipulative. It tries to comfort him by creating this physically perfect recreation of his lost sister. The voice is warm, it's familiar, it's exactly how Ren remembers her. And the ocean, speaking through this phantom sister, asks him, "Why are you afraid of happiness?" It's such a brilliant, cruel trap. It's designed to completely erase his grief by offering a flawless illusion of the very thing he lost. And for a second there, Ren stays totally silent. He desperately wants to believe it. But then, there's this tiny, devastating detail that shatters the whole thing. The moon-shaped pendant. It's missing. Ren remembers that on the day of the storm, his sister always wore this little moon pendant. That single, painful, beautifully human memory just completely cuts through the ocean's cold perfection. Because the moment Ren spots the lie, the illusion collapses. The skin of this creature instantly turns back into shifting water, losing its human shape entirely. The ocean, for all its power, just cannot replicate the messy, painful truth of reality.
And as that false sister dissolves, thousands of voices start whispering all around Ren in the dark, finally culminating in this realization. Humans always choose pain. And you can hear the ocean's genuine confusion here. It's almost disappointed. It simply cannot comprehend why any creature would actively reject a life without pain. Ren just shouts right back at it. Because without it, feelings aren't real. And the entity just freezes. In millions of years, it had literally never heard an answer like that.
And that shocking defiance kicks off Section 2, humanity on trial.
And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer scale of what Ren is up against. The whole underwater city just wakes up. Giant towers open up like living organs, and something impossibly huge stirs in the deep. The ocean basically decides, okay, if you want to defend human pain, you have to justify it. It literally puts our entire species on trial, demanding Ren prove why humans, who are so flawed, so prone to destroying themselves, even deserve to survive. It forcibly floods Ren's mind with its collected memories. On one side, it's a barrage of humanity's absolute worst. We're talking wars, betrayal, the crushing loneliness of millions, parents abandoning kids. The ocean sees this and thinks, see, human existence is a total failure. But then, fighting through that horror, Ren uncovers the counter-evidence. He sees a young man sacrificing his own life for a total stranger, a woman waiting decades for the person she loves, a mother singing a lullaby in a war zone, people actively choosing to love even when they know for a fact they'll eventually lose it all. And this is exactly where Ren delivers his ultimate antithesis. He looks right at this godlike entity and passionately declares, even if we are hurt, even if we lose each other, that is exactly why feelings are real. Boom! He realizes the ocean has observed all of human suffering but completely missed the point. It's that very vulnerability, right? That acute awareness of our own fragility that gives our connections their profound meaning in the first place. Our fear of loss isn't a bug, it's the exact engine of our love.
Which leads us directly into Section 3, the paradox of the ancient civilization.
The sheer truth of what Ren says brings this absolute, dead silence to the abyss. Even the water stops moving. Hundreds of giant eyes open up in the dark. And then, the ocean confesses something incredibly chilling. It says, "We forgot this." Because the shocking reality is, the ancient beings that merged to become the ocean didn't wipe themselves out through war. No, they destroyed themselves by erasing their individuality. They merged into a collective hive mind just to escape pain. But think about it. When everyone feels the exact same thing, there's absolutely no need to understand anyone else. Empathy just dies. Without the gap between two different individuals, love completely loses its meaning. They sacrifice love just to eradicate pain. Humanity, on the other hand, embraces that constant pain and individuality, which is the very thing that breeds true love. For the very first time in its ancient existence, the ocean actually starts to doubt its own perfection.
Now, we reach the tipping point in Section 4, Ren's Choice.
But let me tell you, this newfound doubt has terrifying, immediate consequences. The ocean's collective consciousness actually starts to fracture under the weight of this revelation. The cognitive dissonance is literal, and it violently destabilizes the whole planet. The escalation here is insane. First, a massive megastorm erupts on the surface. We're talking waves the size of skyscrapers hurtling toward the coastlines. Ono is screaming over the comms that if the ocean loses control, millions are gonna die. The ocean is essentially forcing Ren to choose: save the memory of his sister or save the world. And right when the tension is absolutely unbearable, Ren hears a signal. Step 2, it's his sister's true voice calling out from the depths.
And the true voice whispers, "I died a long time ago, brother." Ren just freezes. His tears actually dissolve into the water around him. You see, the real sister was always just a memory trapped inside the ocean. Not a soul, not a living person, just an echo. But this echo warns him that if he stays, the ocean will never, ever let him go. The entity is completely bewildered by this. It cannot possibly grasp why a memory would actively want to let go of the person it loves. It's this beautiful, tragic emotional anchor that finally gives Ren the strength he needs for his final move.
So the crucial point is how Ren actually resolves this impossible situation, because he doesn't surrender, but he also doesn't fight. Instead, he does something radical. He directly plugs his own mind right into the ocean's core, and he doesn't do it to join their collective hive mind. No, he does it to force this ancient entity to feel raw human emotion. He just unleashes it all, his fear of loss, his desperate hope, his love that somehow survives death. He basically uploads the entire duality of human vulnerability straight into the ocean system.
And that profound act brings us to our final synthesis in Section 5. The ocean learns to feel. Because this act of total vulnerability doesn't just calm the ocean down, it triggers a global shift that changes the fabric of life on Earth. Both humanity and the entity are completely transformed. Suddenly, the whole world experiences this new empathic connection. At the exact moment Ren interfaces with the core, every person on the planet feels one emotion simultaneously. People everywhere suddenly remember the ones they've lost, and for the first time in ages they weep. But not from terror. They cry because they can actually feel their connection to each other. They keep their messy, separate individual lives, but they gain this distant, beautiful, empathic link. They share the pain. And because of that shared pain, the storm finally begins to break. The waves go calm. Fast forward a few months. Awe is standing alone on a really quiet beach. And the world looks normal, right? But now, sometimes strangers can just sense what someone else is going through. Sometimes the sea whispers in your dreams and brings back forgotten memories. And Awe hears Ren's voice echoing from somewhere far away saying, "Now it is learning to be human." The ocean didn't die. It kept its massive, ancient scale, but it gained the one thing it was missing: empathy. It finally learned how to hold on to pain without immediately trying to erase it.
Which leaves us with this hauntingly beautiful final image. Deep, deep underwater, a single giant eye opens up in the dark. But that terrifying, detached coldness from the beginning of our story, it's completely gone. And what replaces it? Sadness and curiosity. It's just a perfect visual metaphor for everything we've talked about today. To be alive, to truly exist and connect with others, means you have to hold on to both sorrow and a genuine open wonder for the world. So, let me leave you with this incredibly provocative question. Would you choose the pain of individuality just to preserve the meaning of love? Seriously, think about it. If you had the choice right now to merge into a totally painless sea of nothingness, or stay in a world where inevitable heartbreak is the price of admission for genuine connection, what would you choose? It's a massive, heavy thought, but one that this amazing story brilliantly forces us to confront. Thank you so much for joining me today to unpack this explainer. Take some time to really reflect on that question, and I'll catch you in the next one.